cheating, betrayal, secret texts, broken promises, ruined trust. What pushes someone across the line? Why do some people stay faithful while others risk everything for momentary gain? In this video, we're diving deep into the psychology of cheaters, the hidden forces that drive them, the red flags ignored, the justifications they make afterward, and what science tells us about who's most likely to stray. Psychologists have studied infidelity for decades, and while the reasons vary, certain psychological patterns stand out. Attachment theory is one of the clearest predictors. People with secure attachment tend to be more stable and less likely to cheat. That those with insecure attachment, whether anxious, fearful, or avoidant, are at higher risk. Anxious partners may cheat to get reassurance. Avoidant partners may cheat to create distance. Personality traits matter too. Research shows that the so-called Dark Triad, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, predicts cheating. Narcissists feel entitled to attention. Machiavellians are calculated about opportunities. Psychopaths may simply lack empathy. On the Big Five personality scale, people who score high in neuroticism, openness, and extraversion, and low in agreeableness and conscientiousness are more likely to cheat. They're restless, impulsive, and less bound by conscience. Impulse control is another factor. Some people simply can't resist temptation. High sensation seeking, poor emotional regulation, and thrill-seeking behavior often lead to cheating when the opportunity appears. And then there's relationship satisfaction. Unmet needs, lack of intimacy, or feeling unappreciated increase risk. For many cheaters, infidelity is less about sex and more about validation, escape, or feeling alive again. Not all cheaters are alike. Psychologists identify patterns that help explain behavior. The first is the thrill seeker. They get bored easily, crave novelty, and live for the adrenaline of risk. For them, cheating is about the rush, not the relationship. Then there's the validation junkie. They constantly fish for compliments and external praise. If their partner's attention isn't enough, they'll look elsewhere just to feel wanted. The revenge seeker cheats to get even. Maybe they feel neglected, wronged, or even suspect their partner is unfaithful. For them, cheating restores a sense of fairness. The escapist cheats to run away from stress. Instead of facing conflict, work problems, or personal struggles, they find relief in an affair. The entitled narcissist sees themselves as above the rules. They believe their needs are special and their partner should be grateful they're still around. The opportunist doesn't go looking for infidelity, but fails to resist when temptation presents itself. Weak boundaries and poor impulse control open the door. The serial addict is compulsive. They cheat repeatedly, often with shame and regret afterward, but they can't stop. For some, it borders on addiction. The idealizer believes in soulmates. They romanticize connections and convince themselves they found true love outside their relationship. The neglected partner cheats out of unmet needs. They've tried to communicate, but when intimacy or attention doesn't improve, they seek it elsewhere. And finally, the rebel. For them, infidelity is defiance. They see loyalty as a cage and cheating as proof that no one controls them. Once caught, cheaters rarely confess without rationalizing. Some use moral licensing. I work hard. I sacrifice so much. I deserve this. Others shift blame. If you paid more attention, I wouldn't have done it. Many minimize. It was just flirting. It didn't mean anything. Others compartmentalize. I love you, but that was a different part of my life. Some escape responsibility. I was stressed. I wasn't myself. And then there's self-deception, twisting definitions to claim that emotional infidelity or certain behaviors don't really count. Studies show clear patterns. Narcissism combined with insecure attachment increases the risk of cheating intentions. Securely attached individuals are far less likely to stray. Big Five traits like low agreeableness and low conscientiousness are strong predictors. People who lack empathy or who struggle with discipline and self-control are more likely to betray their partner. Research also shows that men often report greater distress over sexual infidelity, while women more often report greater distress over emotional infidelity. But culture and individual values shape these reactions. And relationship satisfaction is consistently one of the strongest predictors. The lower the satisfaction, the higher the likelihood of infidelity. The reaction often depends on personality type. Some deny everything. Others minimize. Gaslighting is common. You're imagining things. You're crazy. Anger is another defense, turning the blame back onto the betrayed partner. Some break down with tears and remorse, though sometimes this is manipulation. A few confess honestly, seeking forgiveness. But serial cheaters may apologize and repeat the cycle. The entitled narcissist is more likely to deny and blame. The serial addict may show shame but relapse. The neglected partner may show real guilt. The rebel may stay defiant. So how can infidelity be prevented, or at least spotted early? Prevention comes through cultivating secure attachment, maintaining intimacy, and openly meeting emotional needs. Boundaries matter, recognizing temptation and resisting before it becomes betrayal. Detection involves noticing patterns, sudden secrecy, emotional withdrawal, defensiveness, changes in communication. None of these prove cheating, but together they raise red flags. Cheating isn't a single act, it's a psychological process. It's driven by unmet needs, personality traits, impulse control, and rationalizations that allow betrayal to happen. Understanding this psychology doesn't excuse the pain, but it does give us power to recognize patterns, to protect ourselves, to strengthen relationships, and maybe to prevent betrayal before it happens. If you found this breakdown of the psychology of cheaters insightful, subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden forces that shape human behavior.